All right, Big Jack Little here, no weapon formed. We are in the car and we are not rolling. We're just avoiding the loud traffic because I live right next to the interstate. But just want to thank you for tuning in. I want to just share a little bit about how I got my first credit in a movie, in a $80 million budgeted movie, Olympus Has Fallen. And the only reason I'm doing a little bit of this is because I'm trying to get back into it, and I wanted to explain what it takes, because I'm going to have to go back through the process. And I know everybody wants to know. They're usually like, how do you get into that? How do you get into that? I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it right now. First, let me just say that when it comes to movies and working on a set, you have union and non-union jobs, okay? It's two jobs, union and non-union. Non-union jobs don't pay nothing, hardly, okay? Union jobs pay really well. What's the difference and how do you get one or the other? Well, let me explain just a little bit of my story so that you can kind of get an idea. I was in a GNC in 2012. Lady said, hey, you should check about getting into movies. You got a good look. And they're filming right next to the door in Shreveport in Louisiana. And she wrote down this website, mycastingfile.com. And whatever reason, I went there and just opened up an account and put a picture, posted a picture, like a headshot that I had, and filled out some information, a little bit about me. And that's pretty much it. Then about, I'd say probably 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks later, I get a phone call, and it's a casting company called Legacy, which actually ran My Casting File. And they were just like, hey, this is so-and-so, and we're with Legacy Casting, and we're looking for prison guards to play up in Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone movie. And I was like, is this a joke? Like, I for real? Like, yeah. So, I didn't know nothing about nothing, man. I've never been in no movies or nothing like that. I didn't know what I was going into or nothing other than I just knew Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone. I want to go, because those guys are my heroes for real. They're actually really, they're superheroes in the movies. Anyway, I made it happen as far as my job, and I had to jump through some hoops to get to go, but I ended up driving down to New Orleans, as I'm fixing to post some pictures of the NASA building in New Orleans. We filmed in New Orleans in the NASA building and a bunch of other places, but you basically show up and they give you a voucher. Once they give you the voucher, then they took us to the dressing room, and we went to this big room, and there was 40 other dudes just like me, in the 6 foot, and everybody was pretty big dudes. Not everybody, but most of the 40 were about the same body type. And they put us in these SWAT outfits and gave us real guns and took us to set. And it was like a dream, man. I walk on the set, and there's these big, huge cameras, and there's this big boom. And when it got really real for me was when I looked over and saw Sylvester Stallone with a cigar in his mouth. And I was like, wow, this is cool. And from there, here's what it basically happened to me is you get the voucher. It has on the voucher, it has a number to the right that says, mine said 200 over 12. So that means they paid me $200 for 12 hours of my work. Now, they didn't always keep you 12 hours, but they had up to 12 hours they could keep you. At the end of that time, at the end of that shift, you'll usually hear them say, that's a wrap. That's where that came from, is from the movies. It's a wrap. That's a wrap. You're wrapped. If they ever tell you you're wrapped, that means you go home. You're good. You take your voucher and you get it signed, turn it in. It's mailed to a company out in California, or this one was, and then the checks are sent like on delay. And that's how you basically do it. Now, once we got there, I started kind of watching some of the other people and trying to listen and learn. And I was trying to, pick up how it all works. And basically how it works is everybody else, the stunt guys and the people that work behind the scenes, they're all being paid union jobs. Now, And anytime you do, if you speak, if you say anything, or if you do a stunt, they have to give you a credit. Okay, that didn't happen in that movie. Even though I did a couple stunts and didn't get paid for it, I didn't know any better. Get through that movie was a great experience. I mean, I got to meet my heroes. I even got a picture, which I put up, and it was phenomenal. I mean, it was a dream. You know, I come back and I'm a hero in Marshall. You know, they think I'm a movie star just because I've been in a movie. I mean, it was great. I get back, and then about a week or two later, they call and say, hey, we got another movie. It's Olympus Has Fallen, is going to be filming in Shreveport, Louisiana, another $80 million movie with Gerard Butler, and we want you to play a Secret Service agent. And I was like, nah, you got to be kidding me, dude. So I jumped in my car and went to Shreveport and got fitted for a suit, and got a little wire piece thing to put in my ear because, you know, Olympus Has Fallen, Olympus Has Fallen, Olympus Has Fallen, you know. And here's what happened on that set. The magic happened in that one. After probably my 4th or 5th week, they called me over one day and they said, hey man, we like you, we like your energy, and you got a great look, you got a great future coming ahead of you, you know, and blah blah blah, and we're gonna let you do a stunt today. I was like, what? You know, so they give me a real gun, you know, with fake bullets obviously, and you don't get to really see my stunt on screen, because even though it was shot with the camera right behind me, that they cut the angle so fast in the movie that you really technically didn't see my stunt, but I did get credit. Now, what happened there, once they allowed me to do a stunt, they had to what's called Taft-Hartley and give me my SAG card. And that is a big deal. I don't have the picture of me and another guy named Ronnie that actually filled out our paperwork together, and it was like a dream. And that day I got 850 over 10. So $850 for 10 hours that day. And I think I got a few more, stunt days, but the rest of the days went back to normal. And I kind of got an understanding of how it works. So if you want to get into the movies, this is what you're going to have to do. Either if you don't know someone that's high up that can get you in, you're going to have to do just like I'm doing right now, which is start at the bottom with these talent companies that you sign up, you post your picture, you give all the information, and then whatever jobs that they're doing, like this 9 and 9 companies out of Michigan, and they're working on Tulsa King and a few other big movies and TV shows. Basically, that's how you get your foot in the door again. So what I'll basically do if I decide to work with this company is I will, pay the fee that I have to pay for them. They will post my pictures in a portfolio, and then whenever they get jobs, they will pass those on to the directors and the people that pick who's in the movies. And that's basically how it works. And I'm starting over again, but I'm waiting. Anyway, I hope this helps somebody. Please like, comment, subscribe.